Hi everybody, I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to find me. Got to find myself. I hope you're doing good this Tuesday. Here we go. Ta-da. Seems like I'm on mute, that's good. Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. Give you just another minute. I have so much to share with you today. We just came home from Onstage weekend, and that was pretty awesome. My first time in Montreal. Bonjour and au revoir. They were wonderful. I got my Washington, D.C. cup. I guess I should have looked for a Montreal cup when I was up there, but I didn't find a Starbucks. Hey, Pat. Thanks for saying hello. Oh, good to see everybody popping on. Okay. We have a new product offering of Fitting Florets. It comes with several different images, very, very pretty, and 2 different stamp sets, including Christmas. Hey, Jill, good to see you. I sent you a private message, so just check your messages. And wow, what a crazy weekend. It's so nice just to be here with you guys. I feel like I'm just talking to you directly. So it was funny. I posted up on Facebook that I had to walk the stage 3 times. And the first time I got to walk with my friend Genevieve. She's absolutely awesome. So she held my hand and we went nice and slow across the stage and did the whole hand raise thing. And then they asked me to walk across for Earning Norway, and I was running to Norway. So one of my team members pulled me aside and she's like, all right, Selene, seriously? You got to slow down. I'm never going to take your picture if you're running. And actually she did get a shot of me in a full jog, which was hysterical. Because as you guys know, I'm here with you, you know, like on the stage is not, I'd rather be, you know, right here with you. So, yeah, anyway, the crazy, awesome weekend. So I will show you, we got a couple of gifts. When you're in the top 50 in the United States and top in some of the other countries, they give you a gift. And one of them was the suitcase. And the first thing I could think of was Deal or No Deal. You know, when the Meghan Markle opens the suitcase and tells you if you've won, you know, a prize or whatever. I thought that might be a good TikTok video if I ever decide to launch a TikTok channel. But this is the suitcase, and it's not fairly huge, but it was great because it kept all of my swaps coming home safe. And I was joking, like, we got the golden suitcase, which kills me, makes me laugh. Inside the suitcase, there was a note from Shelly and Sarah, and how nice is it that they take the time to connect. Just that. Yeah, Deal or No Deal. Open the case, Megan. Oh, funny. But my favorite thing, I forgot my coat going to Montreal because that morning, I don't know, my friend Jen Coe, who was going to Montreal, posted that she was making swaps. And then I got like a little bit of, what's the word? FOMO, fear of missing out on swaps. So I sat down and I made 18 cards in about 25 minutes flat. I had the bases already cut, so I pulled them off the shelf and I went for it, right? So I'm feeling pretty good. Well, I decided I was going to make another 18 cards in 25 minutes, and it took me 1 hour and 10. And I was a half an hour late meeting my ride, Cheryl. Too funny. And because of that, I ran out the door without all kinds of things. A toothbrush, and a coat was one. So when we get up there, in that suitcase was this wrap. And it kept me warm all weekend, and it's got this nice like cut to it. And boy, this was a score. And even today, instead of grabbing a coat, I grabbed the wrap because it keeps me nice and warm, and I don't have to like even fiddle with the sleeves or anything. It's just comfy, cozy, like wearing a blanket. It's soft. People at the event in Montreal were like, do you mind if I touch that? And I'm like, no, no. And they're like, oh, it's so soft. So imagine the softest teddy bear you've ever touched, and that's what this feels like. It looks like it would almost be scratchy like wool, but it's not. It's super, super like soft. So a little bit of comfort from the home office for anybody who made the top in their country. So that is pretty cool. And I wouldn't be here, top in the country, if it wasn't for every single one of you. If you're a friend, a colleague, a customer, just a big cheerleader like Jill, like seriously, every single person matters, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. And that's what I want to say about that. So I am playing with the Fitting Florets suite this week because I offered a class. A few of you have already picked it up, and I have to get the second batch of packets in the mail. And then I might even run out. So I just got another package of paper in, so I'll be able to cut. But in addition to all of that, if you spend more than $50 in my online store when you are getting your class for free with an order, I will send you an additional 11 card tutorial that wasn't 100% mine. I designed one card, and then 10 other demonstrators at a pretty good level designed a card, and then we made a collaboration document. So in addition, and that's for any $50 order. I know I sent out the specials this morning. Oh yeah, I can't forget about that. We have a seasonal sale, and everything pretty much in the main catalog is on sale. Stamps and designer paper and dies. And the notable thing to know about that is if there's a bundle, let's say there's a punch bundle that you want, it'll actually be less expensive for you to add the two items onto an order separately, because the percentage that you get off is higher than the bundle 10% special price. So note to self, even if you're a demonstrator and you're watching this and you put it in a demo order, however you're ordering, order those punches and dies separately for a bigger discount for the next couple of days. So there's that. I did a Fitting Florets swap with a bunch of girlfriends, and I have their cards here. So how about if we flip the camera and I'll show you that. And then I also did a swap at Onstage with my team. Now, I went to Onstage with my hobbyists. There were 4 of them, so there were 5 of us all together. And some are talking about having classes when they came home, so I'm excited about that for them. But we all designed one card and put packets together. Here, let me show you mine. We put a packet together of our cut cardstock. In theory, I'll show you mine. So this is my packet, and all the paper's cut. And they did the same thing. So we went around the bar because we met in the bar after we went to dinner. So we did Onstage, and Cheryl and I had to be there for 7:30 in the morning because we were doing check-in. We started check-in at 8. Then we went out on the floor and did our swapping. And then we did Onstage up until 6 o'clock. And then we went to dinner as a team, which was really cool. And then we came back from dinner, met in the lounge in this kind of swanky like hotel, and pulled out our little shoe boxes and did our shoebox swap in a bar. And so one of my hobbyists, I said, what was your favorite part of Onstage? She said, we're renegades. We were stamping in a bar. So it just makes me happy. It makes me laugh. We had a good time together. And that's really what Onstage events are for me. I love bringing people together. I love being with everybody. I'm only sad that like there were so many events around the country that we didn't get to all be together, because that would be even better for me. So without further ado, I'm going to show you all the swaps from the swap that I did, the mail swap. Then I'm going to show you my team's shoebox swap, and then I'll show you my card, which is a fun fold. My fun fold card was originally sent, a different card, a different design, sent to me by my team member, Robin Greger, and it's a fun fold by Connie Stewart. And we'll do the measurements as we go so that you don't have to come up with that. Oh, look, I have a ruler right here. And yeah, so first thing I definitely want to show you is a gift that I made for all of my team members at Onstage. I'll show you this. I know this is backwards and I can flip the camera, but I want to get an angle on this. These are the old poppy dies. Have you forgotten about them? Because I certainly did. And when I was thinking about a special gift for my team, I wanted to give them a bag. And they did. They got a leather bag with a debossed logo. It's our logo, Stamp Your Heart Out. So people will ask them what they do. But I had each person with their name on it and some snacks and some lotion and lip balms so that, you know, when you travel and you get dry, you got something to, you know, kind of like a retreat gift almost. So hang on, let's flip the camera and we will get started. I'll give you a closer look at that tag to get started here. Woo, that was a little dizzy. Sorry about that. Let me see where we're at. Oh, this looks pretty good, actually. Okay. I'm right in the middle. If I, you know what? I'm going to go a little closer to the edge of the table. And hopefully this will work good. Okay. That way I'm not like go-go gadget arms across the table. So this was the tag that I made for the 5 of us. And by the way, this bad boy took me a couple days. I started it on a Monday night. You know, we do the Zoom every Monday night. If you would like to join us, it's absolutely free. Demonstrators come, customers come, everybody's welcome, and we just get together and we solve world problems and we craft. There's no fee and there's no obligation, and you can come scrapbook, you can come knit, whatever. So I was kind of playing with these dies, and I didn't even realize they had these little bulbs. I've done a class with this and I never used them, and I just fell in love with this. It was definitely a labor of love, and I made 5 of them. So like I said, it took me 2 days and then I tied them on, and yeah. Anyway, hi Vicky from North Carolina. Okay, so this swap came in yesterday, and forgive me if I don't have the names. I opened them and put them in a pile quickly because I wanted to be able to show you. I think this was Dina Rico. I don't remember. Super pretty though. Great use of color. It brings the pink back in from the designer paper. This one's gorgeous. That soft succulent color with navy is absolutely stunning. I love the color combination on this one. This one is from the other stamp set in the same offering, so you can make Christmas cards with it as well. And you know, it's kind of nice because you could sub this out for birthday and have a completely different card, but it's the same size oval. These ovals are so cool. There's multiple ways to use them. This one comes with, let's see, let me find one. Comes with a stitching that goes on the outside. So when you cut this one oval, you get both pieces. You get the stitching and you get the inside oval. I see an Easter egg. I don't know about you. Somebody's calling me. Sorry. I just sent her a message. Please stop calling me, Linda. I did put my do not disturb on, but I don't know why my phone allowed it. It's all good. All right, so we've got these two. And these are just great. This is a simple, like, I'm guessing 4 by 1 inch piece. And then this is cute. This is some dies that are available in the main catalog that are on sale that go pretty nicely with this. So this oval only cuts out the hearts. And when I show you my shoebox swap, you'll see that, again, you can layer these up and cut the middle out again. So there's only 3 dies, but there's 100 ways to use these ovals. They're so fun. And then the third oval looks like this, and see how the blue panel is slightly bigger than this white one? You can, again, layer those if you want. It's a super versatile set. And the person who made this chose to cut the smaller oval. Okay, so that's out of the one with the corrugated outside. And then they cut a window sheet to go over it. I don't know if you're seeing how shiny that is. And then they put those super awesome new embellishments on top. So I sent this PDF out with the class sign up with all the products that are being offered right now. This one was made by Kay, Miss Kay. And I love it. It's on vellum. So pretty. There's a lot of layers going on here, and it's just so stunning all layered together. This one makes me want to open it, Kathy Miller, because it looks like there's a fun fold involved. Oh, it is. It's so, so you score it at 4 1/4, and then you score it at 2 1/8, and then that just makes a little Z fold right there. What a pretty card. And I love the navy blue and, of course, balmy blue with that. That's a fun way to layer up the image on the inside. So that's just balmy blue on balmy blue, and then the sentiment is in navy. All right, so that's the swap that I signed up for. Oh, and I meant to mention this. This was a card from Elizabeth Belleville. She is the new Demonstrator Development Manager for the Northeast, and she sent me a card to congratulate me. Super sweet, and it's nice to know that I'm working with a company that cares, and they send out cards periodically for things. It's just really super kind, and I'm so grateful and appreciative. Okay, let's see. Let's dig in. So I'm going to leave that one for the end because I can see that one's mine. And this one, okay, so if I can try and remember who's who. I think this is Karen Cagnina. Karen was my personal photographer who told me to slow down on stage. Hey, Bonnie. Oh, so good to see everybody. Let's see. Hi, Joan. Hi, Carol. Hey, Val. So Karen made this gorgeous card, and then she had us wink it. Gotta wink everything, right? And super pretty. And this uses that corrugated oval. So she used both pieces and had us pop this up with mini dimensionals. So it was one die, well, the top is one die cut, and then the bottom used the flowers that were in the set, and then we winked it to make it pop. So pretty. This one was Susie Ferreira. And again, gorgeous color combination. Just stunning. This was stamped in white craft ink, and then we added rhinestones to the top of each of the flowers and tied a bow and stuck it on. Super simple, super pretty, easy to recreate. Hi, Ella. This one was by my friend Cheryl Davis, my roommate, and she die cut the hearts out and then used a different color for the corrugated piece, and then used another color. So she used all 3 of the oval dies on this one. And I just love the way, I call this Cheryl Pink. It's called Polished Pink. I love how Cheryl Pink pops through the back of those hearts. It makes me happy. Super cool. And then we colored this with ink pads and Wink Estella. And Maria Kelleher. So Maria made this great card, and this was intended to be stuck inside, but I want to wait until I write on it because I almost always mess up what I want to say. So I'm gonna wait write on it, stick the designer paper in, and then send it out, because I don't want to write it out and mess up. I'll have another side if I don't stick it in right away. So I left that one ready to go. I love these trinkets from the main catalog, and this designer paper I think is part of the sale today. All designer papers that are not specialty, I think, are 15 or 20% off. The sale today is so epic. It's basically almost everything in the main catalog. No embellishments and no ribbon, but designer paper, stamps, and dies are on sale. So make sure you check that out. And in case you weren't on earlier, when you do that, be sure to, if you choose a bundle, to make sure that you have the dies separate from the stamps in this case, because the discount is bigger than if you buy a bundle. So it's a good day. It's a good week to be a Stampin' Up customer or demonstrator. This one's mine. I wanted a fun fold, so I did this one. And let me show you the card that was my inspiration. My friend Robin sent me this. Like I said, she's a new team member, and she made this one, which is just so beautiful. And it opens up with two panels here like that. And I knew that I wanted to recreate it, and I thought it felt a little bit more special for Onstage for my team. So I started with the designer paper, and I fussy cut that for everybody because I didn't know how much time we'd have or where we'd be stamping. We did land in the lounge, you know. So let's do a little bit of measurements. So first of all, this card, the base opens from the second level, okay? So here's my card. It opens from the second level, and you can see through the hearts down to the designer paper, which I like. So it gives it a little bit of pop of color there. And then these two panels open out. And when you look at it, it's an optical illusion because it really looks like one piece of paper that we did all sorts of fancy cutting on, and we really didn't. So let me grab my Sharpie here. So I'm going to say, 10.5, the base is 10.5 by 4, and we scored that at 5 1/4. So now, instead of layer 1 being the one that we fold the card out, this will sit on the card base. Well, I guess the base is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, but that's the one we know, right? So, oops, we'll put that up here. 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So this is Evening Evergreen, and this is Blushing Bride. Okay, so now these little flapper pieces I actually cut separately. So the two flaps, let's just give a measure this way so I remember. I think it's 2 1/2. It is. So 2 1/2. So 5 1/4, 5 1/8 by 2 1/2. And for this one, I cut the 2 1/2 inch strip first. I scored it at 1/2 inch all the way down, and then cut the 5 1/8 inch pieces off. So we're going to say score at 1/2 on the short side. That's the hardest part right there. Okay. So here we go. Oh, where did my bone fall? Oh, it's in the bucket. So everything for my project, for my team thing, was in the bucket. And I didn't have enough of these in color opal rounds to have enough so that everybody could have the dark green, but I really liked the dark green. So I colored the light green ones dark green with my blends before we went. And the item number on that is 159185, because I know you guys are going to ask me. So we'll go from there, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these sides and hit them with my bone folder to really get them to sit down. This, it can really look like peekaboo. Like people will wonder if you cut all of this out of one piece, if you like take your time and line it up. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take my time and line this up. And this is going to get stuck to the back of layer 2, which I'm calling the base. It's opening from that layer here with liquid glue. Okay, so we'll do that on both sides. And I'm going to go back and forth on that fold because I really want it to be seamless when you open the card. And here's my liquid glue. Hopefully it's not stopped up. It happens, you know? Okay, so I got my liquid glue, and because I'm using liquid glue and I'm using quite a bit of it, it's gonna take a minute for it to set up, but I'm gonna be patient. It can happen, I swear. All right, here we go. So there's that. And then I'll do the same thing with the other side. Oh, I can't have a lot of liquid glue without getting it on your fingers. It's part of the rules. It spreads, right? It's okay. It's going to be blocked back there. Nobody's going to know. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this side. Thank you, Carol. So here we go. I hope they liked it. I hope they felt special. Like, all throughout the Onstage experience, I mean, it was, one of them had been to the old Stampin' Up! Convention like many moons ago, and then the others had never been to a Stampin' Up! Event. So I really wanted it to be a little bit magical for them. I know I feel real special, and it almost feels magical for me when I go on the incentive trips and you come back to the room and there's, you know, a little gift for you here and there, and makes me happy. Okay, so while that's setting up to dry, I'm going to pull this forward, and this is going to be the front of my card. I still need to get the sentiment on there. And this will go on top. So I used 2 of the 3 ovals when I was cutting, and then that white insert I just used on another card because I have been making a ton of the cards with this. I used... actually, this was leftovers from my class that I have going this week for this bundle. So cool. And like I said, if you look at the class signups, I gave all of the products that are in this offering in a PDF, so you can take a look at them. They're really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and hope that I don't hit the side. Haha, dun, dun, dun. And of course it's messy because we stamped with it and we never cleaned it, so I'll have to clean that after before I put it away. Ta-da. Then these pieces I actually fussy cut for them because I thought it would be easier there, and I must have misplaced my dimensionals because they were in the box when I left. But I thought that this would be a fun Facebook Live when I got home to share my shoebox swap with you. Patience, Miyagi. Exactly. So and you know what? I actually enjoy fussy cutting. I can give you a couple of tips. One tip in particular, I used to teach it to the kindergarten kids across the street when I would volunteer when Alexis was little. And one tip is to keep your hand stationary. Don't move the scissors, move the paper. So if you tend to get choppy, you would be more likely to be able to cut a straight line if you move the paper and not the scissors. So keep the scissors in your hand. So that's a big tip when you're fussy cutting. And the other tip is just to take your time because at this point, I've got this gorgeous flower. It's all ready to go, and all I have to do is stick it on my card. So, well, and add Wink Estella, of course. So I'm going to peel. I know that I put a lot of dimensionals back there, but I only need to peel a couple because it's about the height. It'll be plenty sticky, but I don't need any saggy edges. Saggy anything is no good, right, Barney? Something I think we can all agree on. I'm going to put a little liquid glue on this and get this attached down. Just love it. So using that as a place marker before you stamp kind of works really good here. And then here's my flower. And notice it's a different flower. It's fine. It's still going to work. Ta-da. Wink Estella. I do too. I love fussy cutting. Ooh, that one had a lot of juice on it. I love that. More Wink, more better. So we cross over the Canadian border, and all of a sudden, everything's in French, and I don't even speak one word. Well, I know how to say bonjour now. Bonjour. That's about it. So for my French-speaking friends, hopefully I didn't butcher anything too badly. I'm going to take this and attach it to the actual base, which is just a card front. Ta-da. I put way too much glue on that. I must have just in the zone. Here we go. Which means it's going to take an extra second for that to set up because I went a little crazy with the liquid glue, but All right, so with this flower being a little bit different, I think I want to put my bling a little bit different. And I put, like I said, everything went in the box. So I had my take your pick tool right in the shoe box, or this was a kit box. It was from the new Christmas card kit. But I think I'm going to go this way with the spray because of the way that this has the V and that one doesn't. So, and then you do a high one, and then I'm going to do one like kind of off to the side lower. So I've got like a triangle almost, right? Between the dots. And I do the same thing here. There's a triangle. If you're ever not sure about how to place, that's a good kind of rule of thumb. Okie doke. And then I really don't need liquid glue for this because it'll set up on its own just fine using CL Plus. And these panels, so these are 4 7/8 by 1 3/4. And the reason that it's 1 3/4 is we scored it a 1/2 inch. So this piece from here to here is 2 inches. So this is 1 3/4 or a 1/4 inch smaller. And then from top to bottom, it's a 1/4 inch smaller. So that's all of my measurements for that. And then I did do an insert in white, and the insert is 5 by 3 3/4. And if I was stamping on that, I would definitely stamp before I stuck it in, but I'm not going to. Super cool, super simple. This would be an awesome fun fold for anything, and anybody could do it. It's not anything funky on a paper card. It's still 3 pieces of paper for that blushing bride, but super sweet and easy to make. All right, well, that's what I have for today. Does anybody have anything for me? Like I said, this class is featuring, so this is all my swaps, but the class that I'm offering has this, and if you happen to spend over $50, I'm going to send you an additional 11 tutorials, not including all of these, which are pretty darn awesome. So you can always go back in the video and pause if you want to recreate any of these. I'll just go through them again one at a time. Oh, aren't they? They would make a great wedding card. They're good for all occasion, I think. I think my florist would love these. I have a florist that I sell cards to in town, and she would absolutely love all the colors and the floral images. They're definitely her speed. This one might be my favorite, and it's so simple for a special person on a special day. It could be anything, but wow. And the kudos to this person who swapped and put a white piece in. And this was another one of those fun folds that come from behind the layer 2 there. Super simple. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Here, let me flip the camera and just say goodnight. I am going to put this over on YouTube and get it emailed out with the final call for the class this week. Probably, I think tomorrow or the next. I have to look at my calendar. It's the day before the cutoff because I've already done my 3-day warning. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Actually, you know what? I'll put the link for that class sign up up above in the the description. That's the word. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Yeah, and Val, those directions will be along on Thursday, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.